welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Manisha. Welcome to my channel Canada Stories. I bring some good news for you guys, especially for the ones who want to immigrate to Canada without a job offer. Happy? Not just that, your IELTS score can be as low as CLB 5. The main highlight of this program is, if you're about the age of 30, 35 or even 40, you can still apply for this program and claim points for your age. So guys, this program was recently launched and is known as the Newfoundland Labrador Priority Skill Program. Want to know more? Let's begin. So what's the agenda of today's video? The first agenda of today's video is the overview of NL Priority Skill Program. I'm going to start off with beautiful pictures of Newfoundland, followed by the skeleton of the process so that I can introduce you guys to get to understand what is what of the program. I'm sure most of you will find this part interesting, so don't skip it. Moving on to our second agenda of the video, which is the 2 substreams and eligibility, followed by the third agenda of the video, which is the detailed explanation of the process. Fourth is the questionnaire scoring grid, and the final agenda of the video, which is the in-demand occupation list. For starters, let's begin with getting to know a few exciting things about Newfoundland. It is the easternmost province in Canada, situated in the country's Atlantic region. Newfoundland is roughly triangular with over 7,000 tiny islands. Talking about the weather, guys, it has a humid continental climate. This place has a unique flavor, guys. I'll tell you why. You get to experience few oldest things on this planet, like this national park, which has billion-year-old rocks, largest living beings, a humpback whale in the North Atlantic Ocean. Also, UNESCO sites where you can see the earliest evidence of life on this planet. I'm talking about 500-year-old fossil, guys. It's like those Viking ages. Not just that, you can find yourself walking through mid of colorful jelly bean row houses. This sounds like a plan to me. In terms of career, guys, it's a growing technology sector, which means there's going to be a lot of opportunities. And cost of living is low as compared to other cities like Toronto or Vancouver. These were few good things about Newfoundland and Labrador. Let's learn together the first agenda of the video, which is overview of NL Priority Skill Program. The first and foremost thing to understand is who can apply for this program. The Priority Skill Program is for those individuals who have an experience in the in-demand occupation list of Newfoundland. I'll be explaining about this in-demand occupation list in the later part of the video. Also, this program is for someone who wishes to come and stay in the province and become a permanent resident of Canada. So guys, in this program, you need to submit an expression of interest, which means you need to let them know that you are very much interested in migrating to Newfoundland. For your better understanding, I'll be explaining the process in the screen. So moving on to the screen now. You will be asked to complete a questionnaire which will let them know that you are interested in immigrating to Newfoundland and Labrador. Once you complete this questionnaire, you will be given a score that determines if you are eligible or not. Now, the minimum score you require is 60 points, guys. If you exceed the minimum score of 60 points, meaning if you score 60 points or more, you will be accepted and your information will be viewed by staff and local employers who have accounts with the Office of Immigration and Multiculturalism, commonly known as OIM. Just so you guys don't get confused. To break this down for your understanding, in this NL Priority Skill Program, Office of Immigration and Multiculturalism is the official body that issues invitations to apply. However, the employers get registered themselves with OIM as well. The next question that would come to your mind is, why are employers having an account with OIM? Basically guys, the employers who have an account with OIM will be able to see your questionnaire score, language ability, education, work experience, etc. and can use this information to vote if they feel that this particular candidate would be successful or not in their companies or in the province. Also guys, during this voting process, employer may contact you if at all he wants to offer you a job. Therefore, the candidates who have submitted EOI, which is your expression of interest, with highest score and who have received most votes from local employers may receive invitations through priority skills to submit an application to PNP without a job offer. So guys, this was all about the overview of the program. Let's move on to our second agenda of the video, which is the two substreams of this program and the eligibility. We have two substream guys. The first is the in-demand academic candidates. It's basically for those candidates who have completed their master's or PhD from the Memorial University in the past 3 years in these specialities. The second is the in-demand work candidate. It's basically for those candidates who have worked in specialized, high-skill, high-demand occupation for at least 1 full year in the last 10 years. So guys, these are the two categories of people who can confirm their expression of interest. Apart from this, the other requirements are you must have taken an English test, basically IELTS or CLPIP in the past 12 months with CLB of 5 or higher. Next, your age requirement should be 21 years or above. And finally, intent to live permanently in Newfoundland. Okay guys, if you think you meet all these requirements, then the next agenda is for you guys, which is detailed explanation of the process. This has 3 steps. Step 1 is completing your expression of interest. Step 2, which is receiving your invitation to apply. And finally, step 3, which is applying for your nomination through online portal. I'm going to be explaining it stepwise so that it's easy for you to understand. Let's begin with the first topic, which is completing your expression of interest. In this step, you'll have a questionnaire that you need to complete. Nothing fancy guys. So this questionnaire will be based on 5 topics like your language ability, age, work experience, education, and also about family if there is someone who is living in Newfoundland. So this is how your questionnaire is going to be like. Completing this questionnaire will let them know that you are interested in migrating to Newfoundland and also at the same time determine your minimum eligibility to receive an invitation. So once you complete this questionnaire, you will be given points. As I've mentioned earlier, the minimum eligibility score is 60 points. So you need to score 60 or above. If you meet the minimum eligibility criteria and say you score above 60 points, you will be further proceeding by providing them with information such as name, your country of residence, your email address, and also you will be asked to provide 3 supporting documents like your resume, your cover letter, and also your education or work credential. One important note here guys. Use a valid email address to register and use the same email address throughout the process because in case the employer wants to contact you, he or she will be contacting you on the same email address in case they want to offer you with a job. So this was all about the step 1, which is providing all your necessary information and confirming with your expression of interest. Let's move on to our step 2, which is receiving an invitation to apply. Once you're done providing with all the necessary information in step 1, your questionnaire score, your language ability details, then your work experience details, your education details, along with the 3 supporting documents that you have submitted, will be viewable by the employers who have an account with OIM. In this process, they work closely with the employers who have an account with them. So these employers will be able to view all the information that you have provided, and if they feel that the skill set matches and can be successful in the company or in the province, then they will vote for you. And not only that, in case they wish to offer you a job, they may also contact you. Isn't it super cool guys that they contact you for a job offer? Moving on to our last step, which is applying for the nomination through online portal. If you receive an ITA to Newfoundland, it will be sent to you over the same email that you have used while registering your expression of interest. And also guys, if you meet the minimum eligibility criteria for your skilled worker category or your express entry skilled worker category, then a provincial nominee certificate will be provided to you, which you can include along with your PR application and send it to your federal government. Then the next question is how much time it's going to take. So the time taken by the federal government to process the PR application under the skilled worker category is approximately 18 months, and under the express entry category is approximately 6 months. Alright people, I have told you almost everything that you need to know about the process. I hope you have understood it. Now let's quickly jump on to the fourth agenda of the video, which is the questionnaire score grid. I have opened the link to the questionnaire scoring grid in a new page for you guys already. I'll also leave a link to it in the description box below in case you want to take a look. Now, we have two categories here as I've told you earlier, which is the in-demand work path and the in-demand academic path. So the scoring points are listed below for each category. First, let's take a look at the in-demand work questionnaire scoring grid. Now, as I told you guys, you have certain points awarded for each category, like your language ability test, followed by your age. And for education, you have certain points that are awarded. And then comes your work experience, followed by if you have any relatives in Newfoundland and Labrador. So let's quickly take a look. Say for example, if you're taking up an English test and you score 7 or above, you get 24 points. Likewise, if you score level 6 or above, you get 22 points, and so on. Then let's move on to the next category, which is the age. If you fall between 21 to 30 years of age, you get 12 points. And what's interesting here is if your age group is between 31 to 40, you get highest points in terms of age, which is 16. It's really good, guys. Then followed by your education, which is your PhD or doctorate, you get 24 points. Then for masters, you get 20. You can take a look here. I'm just scrolling down for you guys. Then work experience. If you have work experience in the in-demand occupation for 5 years or above, you get 40 points. That's huge. Then between 3 to 5 years of work experience in the in-demand occupation, you get 30 points, and so on. Then if you have any relative living here in Newfoundland, then you get 10 points. Then you also have some points awarded. For example, if you have a work experience in Canada in the in-demand occupation list, you get 5 points, and so on. Let's take a look in the next category, which is the in-demand academic questionnaire scoring grid. It's just like how we went through now. So for English test, if you score 7 or above, you get 24 points. Then 6 plus level, you get 22 points. 5 plus level, you get 20 points. The next category, which is the age. So it's similar to the previous one. Between 21 to 30 years of age, you get 12 points. And 31 to 40, you get the maximum points, which is 16. That's good. Then followed by your education, PhD from Memorial University in the in-demand field, you get 25 points. Then PhD from Memorial University, multiple in-demand fields, you get 30 points, and so on. Then let's take a look at the work experience. If you have more than 5 years of work experience in Canada in the past 10 years, you get 25 points. Then 3 to 5 years of work experience in Canada, you get 20 points. And then if you have a relative in Newfoundland and Labrador, you get 10 points. So this was all about the questionnaire scoring grid, guys. Okay guys, after knowing about the points awarded under each category, let's check the last agenda of the video, which is in-demand occupation list. I'll also leave a link to it in the description box below in case you guys want to take a look. Moving on to the screen now. So guys, here is the in-demand occupation list. I've opened the link already for you guys. We have 4 categories here. First is the healthcare sector, followed by engineers and developer. Then it's technical specialist, and finally it's the aquaculture sector occupations. Let's take a look under each category. Beginning with the healthcare sector occupations for public and private healthcare providers.
So we have physician, nurse practitioner, licensed practical nurse, then radiation therapist, etc. So if you belong to the healthcare sector, you can take a look at these options. Moving on to the engineers and developers, we have software developer, biomedical engineer, then electrical engineer, Python developer, web developer, and so on. Great opportunity here as well. Moving on to the third category, which is technical specialist. This has security specialist, cloud specialist, research associate, then data analytics, ocean mapping specialist, then technical writer, and so on. And finally, we move on to the aquaculture sector occupations, which is farming and feeding manager, facility technician, then site manager with water quality expertise, area manager, and so on. So you can make great use of such opportunity, guys. So this was all about the in-demand occupation.
Okay people, this was all about the Newfoundland and Labrador Priority Skill Program. I'll post all the important links in the description box below for your reference. Should you have any queries, don't hesitate to post it in the comment section below. If you like this video, let me know by giving it a big fat thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel Canada Stories. Until next video, love you guys, bye bye.